Hi you guys, it's Sierra Spongia. I'm back at it again. Today I just wanted to add another video to my channel. I wanted to do a story time with you about one of the craziest fights I ever got into. So let me just go ahead and get started into this. This fight in particular was crazy because I had to fight the same girl 3 times that same day. Like, it was back to back 3 times. Like, I don't know what she was on. She must have been on a pill. She must have been on a bean. She must have been on perk. I don't know. She must have been on, I don't even fucking know, all types of shit. That's what she must have been on, because for someone who has so much, like, I don't know, she was just like ready. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, she was really like on something, on some type of shit, because she was so hyped, and like she would get beat up and beat up again, and she was still wanting to keep fighting me. So I had to put my hands on this bitch to let her know what time it was. But let me just go ahead and get into the story. So how can I make a long story short? For those who don't know, I went to school at FAMU roughly around 2010 to 2012. So I was there for 2 years. During my time at FAMU, a lot of my followers from back then still follow me now. They know me as something else, I would say. Well, they know me as me, but I'm like, you know, the glow up is real. I done blew up a little bit. But the people who always see me, they always know that I dress. They always know that I was just outgoing, and just when I enter the room, I capture everybody's attention. I've always been like that my whole life. So long story short, everybody in FAMU know who I was, because I used to hang around this clique, this group. This clique in this group, and we used to run shit. Like, no lie, we used to run shit. We used to have girls dress up as us. We used to call them Barbs, because, you know, back then, you know, Nicki Minaj was big with that Barbie game and shit. So we used to have girls we used to call Barbs. It was like a sorority group. We used to have these hoes dressed up. We used to tell them how to do their makeup, how to have their hair, all that. It was like a sorority type shit. We had our own little sorority shit, and we was just like kind of running campus. We used to have parties, like lingerie parties, have people come and pay, all that stuff. But long story short, for those who know, I am gonna name drop on this video, because I don't give. So I'm gonna name drop, okay? So long story short, my roommate from freshman year, me and her were roommates from freshman year for like the summer. And then after the summertime, she had moved to UG. For those who know UG, you know, UG used to be popping all the time. Parties used to be there, fights used to be there, everything. So she moved to UG, and I was still in Palmetto South. So I was on campus. And, you know, after the summertime, you know, after she you know, moved out the dorm and went to some other place, we still kept in touch, but we wasn't like as close as we used to be as roommates. So long story short, you know, everybody knew each other who we used to hang out with, and this one guy, BJ, my ex-boyfriend, he so happened used to mess with my old roommate, and they used to mess around or whatever. I didn't know too much about them messing around until me and him started messing around, and you know, what's done is done. So me and him are messing around. She's being a hating ass bitch, as always. Bitches love to hate. That's not there. Whatever's not theirs. So she was hating, and she just had this built up animosity. Like, she just hated my guts because I was just, I don't know, just me. Like, I'm pretty, you know. I'm a very attractive woman. I carry myself with class. I carry myself very highly, you know, all that. So she was just like one of them hating ass bitches that was just like envious of me, just had this built up hate. Like, it was like a secret hate thing. Like, we wind up falling out for no reason over this guy, and she just didn't like me. So long story short, this is like, I guess this beef has been brewing for like a year, like 6 months to a year. This beef has been brewing and shit. So long story short, I'm in UG, you know, chilling with the homies or whatever. Me and my best friend Tasha, we in UG chilling, smoking, all that stuff. And next thing I know, we chilling with some niggas. Next thing I know, we hear a knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Ho, come outside, pussy ass ho, come outside. So I'm like, who the fuck is that? Because I don't really start problems with people unless they start problems with me, and then I gotta finish the problem. So I'm like, who is this? And then here's this hoe. Her name is Atina. I told you I was name dropping, whatever. Her name is Atina. Here this hoe comes. She's like, oh, I want to fight you. She was like, come outside. No, she said, come outside. I want to talk to you. So I'm like, bitch, I'm not coming outside. Like, you think I'm stupid? You want me to come outside? Oh, you're in a sports bra, some shorts, and you got tennis shoes, and you want me to come outside, and you got a punk outside with a fire hydrant, and you got all these people outside just waiting for you, like all these punks. I'm like, I'm not coming outside. Like, what y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to jump me? I'm like, what you trying to do? You trying to fight? Are you trying to fight? So she was like, yeah, I'm trying to fight. I want to fight. I said, okay, cool. We can fight right inside this apartment. So the guys that we were all there, like, oh, sheesh, they're going to fight, they're going to fight, they're going to fight. So they moved all the couches. They moved all the couches back, and it was just like a circle or whatever. So, you know, my homegirl Tasha, we went in the room, so I'm like, you know what? I'm like, she ain't finna pull my hair, so bitch, I need you to braid my hair down. So she's like, okay, bitch, I'm gonna braid your hair down. And while she's braiding my hair down, my best friend, listen, y'all need to get a best friend like my best friend Tasha, okay? So while she braiding my hair down, giving me two cornrows to the back, she was like, bitch, you better fuck this hoe up. You better beat her ass, bitch. You better fuck her up. I'm telling you, bitch, you better fuck her up. If you don't beat her up, we gonna beat your ass. Like, meaning, like, our clique is gonna beat my ass. So I'm like, okay, bro. I'm like, you know what? That's it. Like, you ain't gotta tell me nothing. I'm just gonna handle her ass straight up. So we start fighting or whatever. I'm getting the best of her and shit. I slammed her on top. I slammed her against the refrigerator, and then somehow we was like ruffling. We were like ruffling. I don't know how, but we was just fighting. I slammed her against the refrigerator. Next thing I know, we on the floor and shit, and we're just like, I don't know what we're doing. We're just punching each other, just punching, kicking, punching each other. And next thing I know, this bitch has her hand, and she's like digging in my eye. So I'm like, bitch, you digging in my eye? You digging in my eye? I'm like, nah, ho, we finna fight again. Nah, you digging in my eye? You digging in my eye? So the guys break it up. So they're like, you want to fight again? So she was like, yeah, I want to fight that bitch again. I want to fight that bitch again. So I'm like, okay, like, you know what? You want to fight me? You want to keep fighting me? Then let's go. Because guess what? I'm not backing down for no bitch. I ain't backing down for nobody. I don't give a fuck. I ain't backing down for nobody. So I'm like, okay, fine, cool. Let's fight again. So we fighting again. Next thing I know, I don't know how, I kind of slipped. I slipped and backed up. And next thing you know, she was kind of on top of me. And then I flipped her over, and I was on top of her, punching her shit in, beating her shit in, beating her shit in, beating her shit in. The next thing I know, they broke it up again. So after that, her sister came in and was like, oh, I want to fight somebody. I want to fight somebody. So my dog Tasha was like, bitch, who want to fight? Who want to fight? You want to fight me? You want to fight me? Fight me. So ain't nobody want to fight Tasha. And then we start fighting again. And like in the middle, while I'm fighting this girl Tina, my best friend was like, and if anybody jump in this fight, I'ma beat y'all ass. I'ma fuck y'all up. Ain't nobody jumping in the fight. Ain't nobody jumping in the fight. And she had like a big ass can of mace. She's like, ain't nobody jumping in the fight. Y'all jump in this fight. I'm just clearing this bitch out. I'm clearing this bitch out. So we're fighting again. And like at this point, this is the second time I'm fighting her. Like now I'm starting to like I'm getting tired, but I'm like, you know what? I cannot let this bitch beat me up in front of all these people. Like, that is what's not gonna happen. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, honey. That's not gonna happen. So we fight again. I'm beating her up again. And then finally, they just broke up the fight. They're like, okay, y'all ain't fighting no more. Y'all fought 3 times. Da-da-da. So the girl, she got mad because, of course, I beat her ass. So she went home. No, actually, she didn't even go home. After that, after the 3rd round of us fighting, somehow it broke out into a big ass riot, right? It turned out to a big ass riot. Police came, the fucking fire paramedics, fire people, they came and shit. People were we was throwing bottles at people off the balconies. We was fighting. It was a big ass riot, and it was really crazy. But the funny thing about it is, it's like, you never treat people a certain way, because what goes around comes around. You never know when you're gonna need them. And you know why I say this? Because that girl I fought 3 times. After I moved out of FAMU, I went to Orlando to go to school at UCF. And while I was in Orlando UCF, I used to host parties and stuff like that. So all my followers, they know me. Most of my followers know me from Florida and stuff like that. So while I was down there in Orlando, I used to host parties and shit. And somehow the same girl that fought me, she moved to Orlando. So she didn't even know that like I was this big ass host in Orlando. I was on the club scene, none of that. So come to find out, I hosted a party, right? So this bitch walks up with a hookah and was like, you want a hookah? I said, yes, bitch. Please hand me my hookah. And can you please bring my bottle for me and my girls? And you know, that shit, that moment right there, that moment right there, nigga. That moment right there, nigga. That was the ultimate moment, because that just shows that, like, bitch, you try to come for me 3 times, you fought me 3 times, I beat your ass, then now you serving me my bottles and my hookah at that, and then now you're trying to be my friend. Like, how does that work? Now you trying to be cool with me. You really trying to be cool with me? Now you trying to be my friend, bitch? You want to be my best friend? You want to be, that's my best friend, that's my best friend. You better, no, ho. We ain't best friends, ho. I ain't forget shit, ho. I ain't forget shit. And guess what? If you got beef for me and I got beef for you, bitch, like Cardi said, guess what Cardi said, bitch? We got beef forever. Literally, bitch, we got beef forever. Ain't no friendly shit, bitch. We got beef forever. I ain't never forget that shit. So that just shows me, like, you know, like, you can't treat people a certain kind of way. You can't be nasty to people or anything like that, because what goes around comes around. And that's for sure. And the proof is in the pudding, because, you know, she wind up serving me my bottles and my hookah. She was a hookah girl. And that's just what it was. But this concludes my story time of the craziest fights I ever had. I hope y'all all enjoyed it. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Follow me on IG, Snapchat, Twitter, Sierra_Spagio. Love y'all.